Good afternoon, everyone. I, Radhika Fuljale, welcomes you all on behalf of Shah and Anchor Kachi Engineering College, Mumbai, India. We at Sakek Research Cell will take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you present here today for this hybrid webinar series of innovative and emerging technology in the field of research in collaboration with all our partners. Today, I am addressing you to the webinar on use of Mendeley for report writing. The speaker for the webinar is Mr. Shwetambari Borade. Ms. Shwetambari Borade. Ms. Shwetambari Borade is an assistant professor at Shah and Anchor Kachi Engineering College, Mumbai. She is PhD scholar at Mumbai University. She is a star certified cyber secure user trainer. Before handing over to our speaker, I would like to make a few announcements for participants. That if you have any queries or you want to ask any question to our speaker throughout the session, you can ask via Q&A chat box. Most frequently asked question will be answered at the end of the webinar. Now I hand over the webinar to our speaker.
Good afternoon, everybody. Firstly, I would like to thank Radhika for introducing me. And now I would take this opportunity to thank the management of Shahananka Kachi Engineering College and the principal and the research chairperson, Dr. Bhavesh Patel sir, the web research coordinator, Dr. Nalakshi Jain ma'am, and the webinar coordinators, and also the student webinar team for arranging such a wonderful platform where I can share the little knowledge that I have about Mendeley with all you attendees today. So I would like to make a note to all the attendees that today I am going to show you kind of a demo. So if you're using any desktop or a laptop or an iPad, which you can access simultaneously. So along with what I am doing, even you can start doing it. So you have kind of an hands-on experience on it. So without wasting any time further, I would like to continue with my webinar. So the topic I have today is use of Mendeley for report writing. Now, let me quickly tell you the reason why I chose this topic was very obvious because I myself was struggling with a lot of documentation work when it came to having lots and lots of references which were associated with one single 5-page technical paper of mine. So, as Ms. Radhika has already mentioned, that I'm a research scholar, and my guide, Dr. Dhananjay Kalbande sir, who is an amazing person, had made me go through some 70 technical papers before I started to draft my own paper. So, his idea was very clear that until and unless I don't know what is happening in my field, I wouldn't have been able to come with a unique way to address the problem. So I had to make a report of all those findings that I had found from those 70 papers that I read. And after that, I started drafting my paper, and that's where all things were okay for me because I knew what structure I had to have of that paper and what things would go in where. But to remind you that there were some 70 papers precisely to manage in that one 5-page technical paper. So I started drafting it without Mendeley at the start, and I was in very pathetic situation because I had to remember the papers that I was about to use, and at the same time I had to give them appropriate numbering, that is citations, at the proper places in my draft. So life seemed very easy by then. Later, I showed that paper to my guide, and he said, let's reorder the draft so that it will make an impact. Now, I'm sure many of you must have faced the same situation in some or the other point in your times, in your college times. So that time again, I had to search for all my papers, order the number the way he had asked me to do so. And what happened was, I had to remove some 4 5 citations from the first part of my paper and introduce those citations in the later part of the paper. Because of this, what happened was, I had to successively reassign all the citations that came up in the following part. So while doing so, I had to also make sense to what I was writing, and I had to understand if I have used all the papers or not. So this is the time where problems started. And to do all this, it took somewhere around 2 days to complete. Now imagine if you have to write a thesis or a project report, say, which will be about some hundreds of pages or even more. You might take some months to do so, do the entire reassigning of the citations to check if the contents are there, you have included everything that needs to be there or not. So this takes a lot of time. So while doing this, you might tend to lose on your precious time as well. And let me not tell let me tell you that it might be a possibility that even you might forget to put up something. So at this point of time, I remember this quote from a very famous person, and he said, I will choose a lazy person to do a difficult job because the lazy person will find an easy way to do so. Uh, I would request Radhika ma'am that see if the attendees are putting it in the chat box that who this famous person is. So I want my attendees to please guess who this person is. Now, coming back to my topic, I remember this quote because I can associate myself with this quote, not because I'm lazy, but I'm a person who always wants to find an easy way to do a particular task in the best possible way, and that would require less amount of time. And with this, we know that necessity is the mother of invention. And here I was with a dire necessity to ease in my work at the most appropriate time. So at that particular time, I started researching online for some tools or applications that might make my life easy. And I came across this amazing application, Mendeley, which really eased my life like anything. So now let me tell you some history about Mendeley. So Mendeley was founded in London in November 2007 by three German PhD students, and they named it after the biologist Gregor Mendel and the chemist Dmitry Mendeley. Mendeley was later purchased by the academic publisher Elsewhere in the early 2030. Now, let me tell you what exactly Mendeley is and why is it so helpful. So basically, Mendeley is a free reference manager which will help you to organize your research. Second, it will help you collaborate with other researchers online. So let me tell you, there are over 6 million researchers who use Mendeley to share their ideas. And third is discover new research. So these people also use Mendeley to see the important what's new in the field and also see what important developments are there in that field. Now at this point, I'd like to tell you one interesting thing about Mendeley, that is it is available as a web application, a mobile application, and a desktop application. The desktop application is the Mendeley desktop, which I will show you in a later part. So this Mendeley desktop is something that will help you easily organize your work, search in your personal library, and annotate your documents at the same time. It can help you to cite while you write. Now, let me tell you, you can use all of them or you can choose to use either of them. The choice is going to be yours. On a personal note, I use all of them. Like, let me tell you how I make a use of it when I am making notes of various papers, or when I need to see what all is coming up in the domain that I am reading through. I make use of the web application and the desktop application. And then I add those articles or papers of my choice in my library and I keep it. So later, when I'm traveling or in my free time, I use the mobile app to read those articles or paper that I had added previously. So before starting with Mendeley, we need to have an account with it. So for that, you will need this URL that is displayed on the slide on my screen, which says www.mendeley.com. Can I ask the moderator to please put this link in the chat box so that the attendees who are there right now can have it for their further reference? So let me say, tell it again. It is www.mendeley, mendeley.com, mendeley.com. So let me take you to the URL. I'll just stop sharing. Yes. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it is posted. The link is posted.
Yeah. Thank you, dear. So the website is www.mendeley.com. So this is their homepage and this is how it looks like. So there's a download option, there's sign in option, and there's a create account option. For the ones who are using Mendeley for the first time, you will have to create an account right here. And if you already have an account, you can use a sign in. Now, as I had mentioned that there's a desktop version of Mendeley, we can download it using this download, as well as there are two other options which I will show you in some time. So first let me tell you to create an account. So create an account, you will have to enter the email ID. Say I want to enter gmail.com. So it will check if this ID is already present or not. And if it is present, it will directly take me to sign in. Otherwise, it will ask me for other details. So it is already there. And sign in, let me show you what details like. Yeah, so now it will ask me to give given name. Given name is nothing but your first name. So I type my first name. Then the family name is your surname. So I type my surname. And then you can put on your password, whatever you wish to, and then you can register. Now I already have an account, so I do that. I will directly go to login in. So let me log in with my and my password, and I sign in here. So this is how the homepage of Mendeley looks like. So this is the web application that we are currently looking at. So there are various sections. This is one section, this is the other part, this is the other part, and this is what I am going to explain you now. So there are feeds, libraries, suggest, groups, data sets, career, funding, search. Now the feeds is the page that you're currently seeing, that is just like the news feeds that we have. It gives you the gist of what all papers or what all topics are there that you would like to know? Now, I had put some papers before, so on the basis of that paper, it is giving me this recommendation that I might like to use these papers. So that is what your feeds is. Second is your library. So library is your area where you will be working, and it is same as that going to be of your desktop application. So I will not get in details of it as of now. We will see it when we understand the desktop application. Next is suggest. So this suggest basically helps in giving you recommendations from people who have read that particular article or paper. So for example, I want to read a XYZ paper that I will upload it here, and people who have read that article will recommend. So this recommendation is highly personalized and it gets frequently updated with new suggestions. So that's suggest for us. The next is groups. So the groups is basically it allows you to create teams with like-minded people, and if you are working at a particular project and you have a few collaborators with you in that project, you can create your groups with them. So the types of groups can be of two. It can be either a public group or it can be a private group. Now the list you see here, all of them are public groups. So you can just click on one in particular. This is a public group and I will just click join, and that's when I will join this group, and all the notifications what is happening in that group will come up to me. I can create my private group as well. So, and I can add the members that I want. Next is data sets. So this is an open research data repository where the researchers can upload and share their research data, and the data sets can be privately managed among the individuals or they can be published for the world publicly. So this is how you will create your data set from this button, and you can browse through all the possible data sets that are available on Mendeley. I would not get into details of this because you just have to type the name and it will come up. The next is career options. So Mendeley provides career options. So this is where all the jobs that have been posted with Mendeley will come up here. So you get job alerts, you can upload your CV, and also you can look out for the jobs that are available in different domains out here. So if I have to see for engineering, there are some 57,000 jobs available, and I can narrow down my search on the basis of location, the salary band, and contract type, recruitment type, so on and so forth. So you can explore it by yourself later. Now, the option is funding. Now, this is very important for the researchers, the research scholars who are attending this webinar. So if you are looking for opportunities to launch your project, you can look out for here. So you can browse through all the possible funding options that are available throughout the world. So now let me look out for the funding opportunities in the domain engineering. And so I have some 1032 funding opportunities. Let's see, I want to narrow down my search with the type of citizenship I hold. Say I people of India. So there are 242 funding opportunities available around the globe for people who are having the Indian citizenship, as well as they are looking out for an engineering domain. Likewise, there are various other things like applicant type. So you have mid-career experienced researchers, so and so forth. Let me go to this women only. So the options available for Indian women in engineering domain are 34 opportunities, and they can click on anything. And yeah, one more thing here is very important is the application deadline. So I can obviously look for the applications whose deadline is within 14 days or within 14 to 30 days, or more than 90 days, depending upon how fast, how sooner or later you want to look for the funding opportunities. The next is, let me close this. The next is search. So this search is basically going to tell me about, oh sorry, yeah. So this search is basically going to tell me about the papers that I can have that are available in Mendeley, or people who are there, or the groups which are already there. So if I want to search for a particular paper, let me search my paper itself. So it has given me 329 results which are available with this phrase. Now, if I go and just see, there are 329 options, but I can't see my paper here. So what I can do is I can put my search string inside the quotes and then search again. So now it has narrowed down to 9 results. So let me see if I have my paper here. Yes, so this is my paper that I was talking about, Network Security Analyzer, Detection and Prevention of Web Attacks. So I click on this. Now the thing I can do is I can directly add from here to my library. I can get full text, or I can access for PDF. I will get the full text provided I have the membership for it. I will show that to you when we start using the desktop version of it. Now let me show you what we should do when we have to download the desktop version. So if you see here on my screen, there is download Mendeley get reference manager. So this reference manager is nothing but is your desktop version. Now in some of you who might have just come up with this application for the first time, there might be a possibility that you might not see this box. So do not worry about it. You still will get the download option here in the download section. So you can download from here as well. So I'll show you how the download looks like. So this is how it will look in my downloads. Now I have already installed it, so I will not go with that steps. So let me just show you. This is the desktop icon that I have. Now I will click on it. It will ask me for the username and password. Is going to be the same that I had created my account with. And then I'll have to enter the password. And here it is giving me some tips of what I should be using, the reference manager which we already have, the citations which I'll show you how it needs to be done, and then there is how to add files and from where. So these are different tips that will come up when you will be using it for the first time. Now you can see it is all blank here because I have not added any papers out here. So you can add papers with directly as in drag and drop. So these are the different papers that I have created. So I can just drag and drop the paper. If I don't want to drag and drop, I can also add it. This button here will help me add it. So both my papers have come in here. There is also an option available where I can import papers from other reference managers. That is going to be from this file. You click on file and import. So you can import from BibTeX, EndNote, RIS, and Zotero library, so on and so forth. Now I'm not using any of them, so I'll not get into that. So but you can import your papers from here as well. Now this is a literature search. If I want to search for any books or papers that is available, I can just search from here. So let me search for network secure. My spelling is right. It will give me all the books possible, yeah, articles possible, which is having network security into it, and that's how I can use this literature search. After that, this is all documents. All the documents that I have in my library will come up here. Second thing is recently added. So all the documents that I have recently added will come up here. Now this is recently read. Now I have not read any paper recently, so it is showing blank. Now let me show you. If I open this paper, now which I have read, and it will show in my recently read that I have read this paper recently. Now next is favorites. So favorites is something of very importance to us as of now, because this will help you when you will be writing your own papers. So let me mark this favorite by clicking on the star here, which says that this is my favorite paper. I can click on it again and it is going to be an unfavorite. Second thing, this green dot here is showing you about that it is I should mark it as read if I have finished reading, or it can be green as it is. So I click here and it becomes as that I have read that paper, or I can click here again and say that I have not gone through this paper. Now here you can organize your papers with the help of authors. So when I click here, all the authors in alphabetical order will come up here, or I can have it with title, it changes, or with year, which the year in which it is published. Let me add one more paper so that you can see. Add. Yeah, so if I click here, it will give me in year wise or the publish. So where I have published the paper, or it will arrange accordingly. So this is the red and the stars. Now if I want to click on this, sorry. So if I want to click on this paper, this right side plane is going to tell me about the details of that particular paper. So the paper I have clicked is using colors signatures for classification of skin disorders, which were the authors were of N. Petralis. Then which journal it was published in, which year, the volume, issues, page number, the abstract of that paper, the tags, keywords, so on and so forth. Now, if you think that the year it was published in is wrong, you can also edit it by just typing out here and it will get updated. So if you see, this is the modified year. Now I will keep it back to the same year because it was right. Now, second thing is tags. Now, tags are very important for us to know because they work similar to that of folders. So instead of creating different folders and having redundant papers in that particular folder, we can give tags to a particular paper. Say I want to give this paper as skin disease. And say I want to add it as my ME paper. So these are the tags I have given to this paper. Now let me give one more paper another tag. So this is going to be paper, and it was related to networks. So I will give this tag as network. And that's all. Now I have given this tags, but I have not created any folders. But if I want to organize it with respect to, I want to have all the possible papers which had diseases into it. So I can do it with the help of this filter here by filter by my tags. So when I click all, it is going to give me all the tags that are there in that particular paper on my library, or let me choose my ME paper. So I had tagged two papers as my ME paper, so it is going to give me only those two papers. So when I click on networks, it will give me one, and skin one. So let me go back to all. So this is how we'll be making use of tags, and trust me guys, this is really very important by using tags, that it eases your life like anything. Now we can open multiple papers in our library simultaneously and compare all of them. I want to compare, I can do that, and I can make a note of it. So if I want to highlight something in particular, I just click on this highlighter here and highlight it. Once that is done, if if I want to change color of my highlighter, I will do this with this and I will highlight it. Now the reason why this color changing is important for me is because it helps me analyze that, say like if I have marked anything in red, that means I need to ask the question, I have not understood it and I need to ask someone about it. Yellow means it is something important and you can use it. So you can have your own color convictions and use it accordingly. Now, as I said, if I marked it red and I don't know what is it going to be, like I can always add a note here by having this note thing here and I put it here. So this note, say I have a doubt here. So I will put that doubt and I will keep it. So even if I open it for after 2 or 3 days, I will still know what my doubt was and what it was. So this is the option. Then there is zoom, then there is fit, full screen, and so on. So this sync is very important. Now let me show you. Before, when we had opened our library on the web application, there was nothing here. Now in my desktop application, I have added 3 files. So these are my 3 files that you see, but they are not getting reflected here in my web application. So what I have to do is I have to click on this sync button. Can you see the sync here? Yes. So this I have to click, and all the devices that I'm having this account of mine, everywhere this 3 papers will start reflecting. So just let it finish, then I'll show you how it works. Okay, it's taking a bit of time. Meanwhile, let me tell you this thing. So now here you see this PDF symbol. It means that this article, that this paper I am having is of type PDF and I have the entire paper of it which I can read. I can also include a Word file. Say, let's take an example, upload. So it will tell me, so this is a Word file that I have, and if I open it, it will open in a Word, which is a random paper. I don't have a Word paper as of now, so I just created one. You can also add one random paper, and just let me see if it has got updated in my web application. Yeah, so all the 3 papers that I spoke about have been updated here in my web application, as well as it will be updated in my mobile application. Now, if I want to add any particular paper here whose full text is not available, say like I like this paper and I want to have it in my library, so I just click on add library. Once that is done, I will see here it in my web application, and I have to do is that is just sync here. So that paper that I added in my web application has already synced here. Now you won't see any document type here because I don't have the entire text of it. So this is how we can make use of the PDFs that we have, or just randomly we can add papers or have Word files. One thing I forgot to tell was, like, if I am writing this paper and I have to make a report of my findings, say I can use it with the help of this notes here. Say I have found my finding one, say finding, so on and so forth. So later, after say 2 or 3 days, when I come back and I just want to know what was that I have found in this paper, I can just look at this notes and I know this is what I wanted to put from this paper in my main article. Now, I think we are clear with the entire desktop version of Mendeley and how you can add papers, because it is very important for us so that we cite it in our later project report or say thesis for that matter. Until unless you don't have it in your library, you won't be able to take it in your paper report writing. So for that, you need to have a citation plugin. So that citation plugin will be available to you in this tools here. Will be available to you in this tools here. So it says install web importer or install MS Word plugin. Now let me show you how your Word file first looks without the Mendeley's Word plugin. So this is the Word file I have, and in the reference section I don't see anywhere Mendeley, which I will be using later once I install it. So let me install the MS Word plugin. Oh, sorry, it's currently running, so I'll have to close it. And it just got installed. It gets automatically installed. We don't have to do anything. It is really effortless. So this Word uh, MS Word plugin is compatible with all sorts of offices. It also works with LibreOffice, Apache OpenOffice as well, and I am showing you with Microsoft. So now here you see the Mendeley Word plugin has correctly been installed in my MS Office. Now there will be times where people will try to install it, but you will still not see. So do not worry about it. Just repeat the procedure all over again, and that's all. You will be through with it. So we have installed. Now let me show you how we cite. So let me So I have made my notes and I know which paper is going to come where. So all that I have to do is click on this insert citation, open my Mendeley and put that paper. Sorry, no double click. You just have to click once on that paper, and here you see the cite word, click on cite. So here you will get the citations. So likewise, I let me two citations for my other two, and say three. So now these are three citations that I have included in my report, and I want to create a bibliography. Now I don't have to worry about what paper is where and who is the author and etc that we usually worry about. Is the order going to be right or wrong? The only thing that I need to do is insert bibliography, and automatically my bibliography will be formed. Now this is basically using American Psychological Association 7th edition format. I want to use the IEEE format, so I click and automatically everything will go into IEEE format. So Mendeley has about 6,000 styles from all the top journals and institutions worldwide that we can make use of. So I would definitely recommend it here. Now, main thing, as I said, the reordering would cause an issue. Now, don't worry about that. Let me just reorder it, and let me take it here. This is I reordered. I don't have to worry about now. It has to come in line. So it has to be 1, 2, and 3. All I have to do is just click on this refresh button right here, and everything is changed. My ordering of the citations have changed. The bibliography has changed according to the citations, and you can keep on doing it as long as you want. So I do that here. Sorry. And insert, and it has changed. So let me see how will it look with American Medical Association. So this is how it will change. So that's all from my part. We have seen how to add papers in library, and we have seen how to insert citations. We have seen how to create the library, and even if rearranging is an issue, rearranging won't be an issue anymore. You can change the styles. I prefer keeping it IEEE because that's the most standard format that we have been using. And with all of that, I think I have explained everything. So that's where I come to end of my PPT. Uh, Here, sir, Radhika ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah.
some questions are there. May I ask?
Yes.
Uh, how many collaborators I can have in Medley?
Uh, in Mentally, you can have 2 to 3 collaborators in the free version, and with that you will get some free space also in the free version. So you can have 3 collaborators with it in the groups.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yes.
Which are other reference managers?
Like I've already shown it in the reference manager Mendeley that I was using. So you can import from other reference managers. You have Zotero, you have End Library, End Note. Then there is WebWorks, ReferenceWorks. So Zotero is free and open source, whereas EndNote is it charges you. So it charges some good hefty price. So I would say we can use the freely available reference managers like Mendeley and Zotero. Obviously, EndNote has its own advantages, but the reference managers that I remember as of now are Mendeley, Zotero, and ReferenceWorks.
Thank you, ma'am. Next question.
Yeah.
Can you add other things like books, programs as citation in Mendeley?
Yes, we can add books also. We can add preceding articles as citations. Yeah, just a second. Let me show you how do you do that. Is I Let me take a particular. Say I want to take Facebook.com. So I want to insert a web page as my reference. So all that you have to do is click on File, Add manually, and I can choose to insert a book section, a case, a computer program. Like here, I want to insert a web page, so I will choose web page, enter the title, say it is a Facebook, authors Mark, you can give the your. This is how I basically insert manually, and the URL for it. So sorry, www.facebook.com. And if you know any other data of it, say like it's a social media, I will put the tags here. And that's all I have to do. It will get added in my library. Now I can obviously insert it in my citations also. So Facebook and insert citation. And that's it. So now here, this is how a web page will look in citations in IEEE. So yes, we can definitely add books, we can add conference proceedings, we can add web pages. There are many things you can add here with Mendeley.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Next question. Which
Yeah.
reference management software tool is best?
This answer will depend upon every speaker. It will vary from speaker to speaker, I would say rather. As I am very used to using Mendeley, I would uh, I would prefer Mendeley. But then, as I said previously, using Mendeley, I can collaborate up to 2 to 3 people at one time. But if I have a group of say more people, say 10 or 12 peoples, then I will have to make use of EndNote, which provides that facility where I can collaborate with 10 to 12 people at a time. In that case, I will choose EndNote. But as I have already mentioned, EndNote is has a price. They don't have a free version as such as Mendeley. So I will. It will depend upon what is the application that I'm looking at and why I require it. So currently, for research purposes, like on an individual scale, I would suggest Mendeley.
Ma'am, one more last question.
Yes.
Is there any specific version of MS Office that is supported?
No. Mendeley works fine with all the MS Office public versions, but they have come up with this new plugin that is Mendeley Site. This particular plugin works well with Microsoft Office version 16 and above, and not the previous ones. But the one which I showed you, the Word MS Word plugin, it works well with all the Office that you have. That's all.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing the knowledge how to use Mendeley for report writing with
Thank
us. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I have a small token of appreciation on behalf of Sake Research Sales for you, ma'am. Please accept it with our sincere thanks.
I would like to thank a few people here who have made this webinar happen. First is the management and Dr. Principal Sir, Dr. Nilakshi Jain ma'am, and Maitri Maru, who's helped me a lot in making this webinar happen. So because of you guys, it wouldn't have been possible. Thank you so much.